Now this video was originally going to be that I came to Thailand to learn Muay Thai, and when I started I was a complete novice, and by the end of a 2-week period I was an insane martial artist. However, fate had its way with me over the last couple of days and the plan has changed slightly. In the words of the Rolling Stones, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. Over the last couple of weeks I've trained Muay Thai every single day, starting out with classes and then moving on to some one-to-one sessions, and then I was feeling indestructible, so a couple of days ago went into the gym to bang out some muscle-ups after my Muay Thai training session. Thought I was capable of a double header, and in a freak turn of events managed to pull a muscle in the back of my neck, which was pretty debilitating yesterday and is actually somewhat debilitating today still. However, I'm fired up on ibuprofen right now, which is allowing me to make this video. However, this morning I went down to the Muay Thai gym to cancel my final session because I'm flying home to England on Sunday, so it's the last chance now. They don't train on a Sunday, so last chance now to get a session in and show you how the skills have developed from when I started to now. Went down to the gym to cancel to go and speak to my instructor. I got there, the ibuprofen had kicked in, and I thought, screw it, I'm not going to go home having failed making the final video. So we are going to get that final session in today. I looked my instructor Mickey in the eyes and he was like, no, it's okay, we just go slowly. So that is the plan. And so as part of this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know in order to come out and train Muay Thai for yourself if you're thinking about getting started, whether in Thailand or at home. Show you obviously how much I progressed in 2 weeks. Go easy on me obviously because of the excuse I've got today, and a little bit of an insight into the lives of the trainers here. So I'm going to introduce you to Mickey today, show you what his routine looks like on a daily basis, and you'll be astounded by the absolute graft that these guys put in. Feed themselves, their families, the amount of fights that they have to do in order to make money as well, and just a bit more of an insight into the life of a Muay Thai trainer over in Thailand. So tip number 1 is especially prevalent if you are training over in Thailand and you aren't used to tropical humidity. It is start out with classes rather than one-to-one sessions because they are fantastic for your conditioning. In a class you don't get that much attention on your technique. You get a little bit when you're doing pads with an instructor, or they're just watching your horrendous form at various points during the class and they'll give you some pointers. However, it's a 2-hour blast of loads of press ups, loads of conditioning, a bit of running, skipping, obviously learning and sparring with light sparring with people in the class as well, and it's great to get you acclimatized to the fundamentals of the sport and also to the heat and the conditions. So I did 3 full classes before I realized that I'm going to get way more bang for my buck if I do one-to-one sessions moving forwards. And by that time I realized that the classes were actually the best way to start because it helped with my conditioning and my acclimatization into the environment here. And the reason that one-to-one classes are so much beneficial in my case is that I didn't need the cardio conditioning. I'm very fit from all of the other things that I do, and so it was more the actual technique and form that I needed to work on. Tip number 3 is regarding electrolytes. Most people don't really understand hydration, especially if you come from a northern hemisphere country. You think that just water is what's going to hydrate you, but unless you're consuming electrolytes and sufficient sodium and other electrolytes in your drinks, your energy levels are going to be depleted as the day continues and you're constantly sweating. If you're a fairly sweaty person like I am as well, managing this is crucial. When I started out here I was drinking about 8 litres, maybe 9 litres a day, and then as I acclimatized I've got it down to 5 or 6, but ensuring that you have enough electrolytes in your drinks and salt in your food to maintain your energy levels throughout the day is going to be critical for you. Tip number 4 is about managing fatigue and not going all guns blazing. I made this mistake when I signed up for a marathon before I'd even done my first 5k. That was fucking difficult. That's easily the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh my god, it feels so good now. And then realised that the human body, although it's capable of amazing things, needs to be sufficiently conditioned over time, and there's no substitute for conditioning over time. Don't jump straight into Muay Thai and think I'm going to do 2-hour classes per day, because you may find that you're going to get some injuries that you won't be able to recover from and won't be able to continue the momentum. It's no good doing 3 days of 2 sessions per day and then having to give up for the future or giving up in general because you've got too many injuries and niggles to train around. Even if you're fairly well conditioned for other things, take it easy and accelerate your way into it. Tip number 5 is related to the fact that I've obviously sprained my neck a little bit now, is don't get mission creep. Mission creep is when you set out to do one thing and you end up doing less of that thing and more of something else. Obviously I'm training for multiple things at once, obviously keeping my physique in check for my work and social media, also training for rowing across the Atlantic this summer, but I'm actually here to learn Muay Thai. So juggling those three things in various capacities meant that I wasn't going to do any resistance training at all, but I did sneak that session in, a bit of mission creep, and that's what ended up being my downfall. So just making sure that you have your eyes on the prize and always prioritizing your number one goal, and that's a good objective in life if you want to take anything seriously, but applies especially if you're managing fatigue in any physical endeavor. And my final tip here is that there is no substitute for consistency. You've got to be patient with yourself, and obviously I was being fairly facetious when I said I was going to be a sick martial artist by the end of a 2-week period. Obviously that is not going to be the case. You just have to be patient with yourself and keep showing up and enabling yourself to keep showing up day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, because it is literally years of effort in any pursuit if you want to hone your skills and become excellent at anything. Yeah, don't have short bursts of motivation and then give up. There's no substitute for just putting time in consistently and obviously reaping the rewards as you are months and years down the line from that. Okay, we're back in the room now after an hour of sun, quick shower, and we're going to be leaving for our Muay Thai session in 1 hour's time. But I've actually, in a surprising turn of events, been far better at filming and documenting all of my food on this trip than ever before. It is absolutely unprecedented. So I'm going to give you the rundown now of a combination of typically what my breakfast, lunches and dinners have been while out here. Breakfasts have typically consisted of something in the region of this, whether it's protein pancakes and eggs and a bit of fruit, could be a fruit bowl like a smoothie bowl or platter, something like that, or just as simple as this morning was 4 eggs, 2 pieces of sourdough toast and 3 rashers of bacon. Typically with that I've been having a latte every morning and getting some fluids in the morning, about 2 litres in the first couple of hours of waking, with electrolyte tablets in them as well. And typically I've been training in the morning before lunch. However, today's slightly different because of the whole neck thing. I'm not going to keep moaning about it, don't worry. But then we would have lunchtime come around, and that is typically a big dose of chicken, either in a pad thai or with rice and vegetables. So I really love the cashew chicken thing that I've had here. There's also like chicken basil leaf dishes, a few other bits and bobs, but I've relied heavily on the pad thai with chicken as well for lunches typically, or just chicken breast and rice. And then the odd sweet treat, I'll be completely honest with you, whether that's an ice cream after dinner or when I'm working, because I've been working typically from midday till like 5-6 p.m. Most days, and so then I'd have some kind of sweet treat in the afternoon or a protein shake. That shake is actually right here. Jack and I got through a tub of this Combat Fuel protein shake, which is what we're going to be using on the Atlantic row as well. And then by the time dinner time comes around, a combination of Western food and also Asian food. So it could be, you know, a pad thai, chicken and rice, or it could be a burger and chips, or a beef bowl, chili and rice. I've had a few different options. So that kind of stuff. And it's typically 3 meals a day with the protein shake and the sweet treat, and maybe a banana. I've had a few banana shakes recently as well, which is packed full of calories. So we're looking at around 3.5 to 4,000 calories. Sometimes we've been doubling up on lunches when we've had a hectic training day. So it will be literally cashew chicken and rice and a pad thai in one lunchtime. So that's typically what the foods look like. No drinking, no partying. It's a really interesting street, this, because there's absolutely zero atmosphere in the night, which is good because that's not why we're here. But my friend Harry, who he's actually not been in a video. You know him from Sydney and the Philippines. He's actually here at the moment for a week doing a bit of training as well, and to catch up because he's from Sydney, so it's easy for him to get to. What's my point? Yeah, we all went for a beer last night. 4 beers last night. I know, wild, aren't we? And had a nice evening, but that's literally the extent of the partying you can do here. So I'm wearing my new Muay Thai shorts. You can't see them. I'll show you in the gym. I'm wearing my new Muay Thai shorts right now. I'm excited to introduce you to Mickey. His English is very limited. It's basically limited to kick, knee, punch, up toe, calm down. There is his favourite phrases, but I'm going to talk you through his routine and all of the Muay Thai trainers' routines here out in Thailand, and how intense it is, to give you a bit of an appreciation for what they do. Speaking of where I started, obviously I had no Muay Thai experience when I first began, no martial arts, combat sport, striking experience. I'd done like 1 boxing class in my life. So very quickly, here is a little video of me in one of my first couple of sessions after a 1-to-1 session, where you can see I'm clearly very uncoordinated and not very competent at what I'm doing, about using all of my limbs, my knees, my feet, my elbows and my fists, but picking things up, building those mind-muscle connections and obviously getting used to Muay Thai. And now we're about to go and do our final session here, kind of the end of the 2-week block, and I'm going to be continuing Muay Thai in the future for sure when the time is right. But I'm not gonna drop off, and it's been a nice introduction and something that I'm certainly going to get way more competent in over the coming years. That's all from me. Let's get down to the gym and meet Mickey. There you go, that's a pretty realistic depiction of what happens if you go from 0 training to 1 session per day of Muay Thai for 2 weeks straight. Oh, come on Adam, don't kick him in the arse. That's why they call Muay Thai the art of 8 limbs, because there's so much to think about, so many combinations of attack, and then equally as many strategies to defend. Mickey is showing me here how to maintain distance with my jab hand while keeping my right glove against my chin to protect it, and then deflecting his jab hand with my arm. And then I counter that with an elbow, as you'll see a couple of times. Now he has got a girlfriend, I'm pretty sure, but his 2 favourite hobbies seem to be Muay Thai and then closely followed by acting kind of sus. Keeping all of these clips in here now for the archive, just so I can watch them all back in the future. As you can see, my body kicks are 10 times better than when I started, but I still need to turn those hips over way more to get a more horizontal strike path. It will all come in good time, as I told you in those tips. Now, in an hour-long session, we'll typically spend around 10 minutes resting in total. That's it, 50 minutes of outright effort in the entire hour, which is hard enough for me, but it will sound even more mental and brutal when I talk you through Mickey's daily routine in a second. Now, time for the body kick catch into elbow combo, and then a body kick catch into a sweep, which I'm going to do to Mickey in a couple of times. Now you'll see this was very fun for me, getting to sweep Mickey onto the ground multiple times. However, don't worry, he will get his revenge very shortly, which I was blissfully unaware of at this moment in time. Piecing it all together in that final 10-minute blast, this is the culmination of all my skills so far and the end point of what we need to work on from now. And then the mandatory 10 kicks on each leg to finish off the session, followed by my punishment for sweeping Mickey. I should have known he'd get me back.
It wasn't even recording. 20 more, 20. Oh, yeah, it sucks, eh? Why is it getting harder? Yeah, it fucking hurts. Yeah. Come on, come on. Oi, let's go. Oi. I was going to tip him. Hey. Come on now. Yeah. Oi, let's go. Oh my God.
Okay, Mickey, you ready?
Maybe.
This is for you.
Really?
Yeah, I'll put it on your thing, it's better.
I'm shy. I'm really shy. I never do like this.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Because we have like 10 private sessions now, maybe a few less. It's been amazing for me because I was so bad at the start. I never did Muay Thai before.
Never
And now you
mind.
teach me more and more every session, clinching, elbows, knees, switch kick, everything, you know? So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I want to come back to Thailand and do more because I have to go home now.
Give money.
More
give
money? Good for you.
Back work money. Feel good,
Yeah.
Never mind.
What's the worst things about me now that I need to fix? I need to improve.
Didn't need to make everything much. You just little bit and do correct, like good. And your mistake, like you yourself too much sleep.
Yeah.
To your big muscle.
Yeah.
Your big muscle, and it's okay, but you just
More
for your
relaxed.
punch just turn more.
Turn the fist more.
Just keep.
Yeah.
Just control more.
Less stiff, more relaxed. When you tell me a mistake, I was fixing it quickly.
Like that. Like
Yeah.
I tell you this correct, and I show you some. Okay, you correct.
And
good.
then I get it. Yeah.
Like not confused so
Yeah,
much.
okay.
More good to
Yeah.
control.
Great,
But
thank you.
just too much
Too
stiff,
stiff
little
always,
bit.
yeah. Need to relax
Like
more.
the some I just did you like about the sweep.
Yeah.
I tell you like I tell you when you come, you don't need to
Not
stop
so
and
strong.
like that.
Yeah.
You just keep coming. You keep doing good.
Okay, cool.
Don't
Thank
worry.
you.
Still doing good.
I couldn't believe when we first met how old you are. 23, yeah?
23 now.
23 now. And how many fights you have so far?
60, 65.
65 fights. And when will you fight again next?
I hope soon too.
Soon, yeah? Because money?
Hope for this year.
Yeah. You get 5,000 baht per fight? How much?
Around.
Around 5,000.
But if for the young, 2,000 little around.
Yeah, young people get
But
2,000.
more, just get more.
The older. How old were you when you had your first fight?
13.
13.
But for Thai, little bit later.
It's late. Most people younger, like 7 or
6, 7.
6, 7.
Start more, learn more.
Yeah.
Make your feeling strong.
Yeah. I know you want to leave now. Mickey doesn't
Hey,
want to.
don't leave. I stay here.
Because you're so busy every day. You train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 8 a.m. first class until 10.
Do in the first class, start 8
Yeah.
and then 10.
10. And then privates sometimes 10 to 11, 11 to 12 sometimes.
That's now busy a bit, like
It's busy now.
3-4 hours per day.
Yeah, of private lesson.
That's
So like 4 hours of class and 3 hours of one-to-one. So it's like 7 hours in total.
around.
Busy
Always
man.
strong.
Always strong,
Never
yeah.
die. Like I want to be with you.
Yeah.
So handsome. So muscle.
You build more muscle with the push-ups. You're going to do that.
I want to learn like,
Next time we come back, you have big muscles too.
I hope.
Yeah.
Big muscle from some secret thing. I don't worry.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Nice to see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Hope to see you soon.
Now you need to eat.
No, it's okay. Eat you. You wanna eat you? It's okay. Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Back in the room now after that conversation with Mickey, always showering straight away as soon as you've had a sweaty martial arts session. The main things I wanted to get across there was just the fact that he's doing 7 hours of that intense exercise that you see me doing 1 hour of, literally 1 hour of one-to-one session with him a day. So hard graft, very hard graft, and he deserves every Thai baht that he earns, to be honest. And also the fact that all of these guys had done like 50 plus fights. Mickey's obviously only 23 years old and has done 65-ish fights. Being a bit looser, it's contradictory to all of my bodybuilding training, but you want to be as loose as possible, get those fists turned over when you're punching. So used to dumbbell pressing at 45 degrees, aren't I? So that's why it's difficult to get that in your head. But obviously he was very complimentary of the fact that we were able to pick things up and move on pretty quickly. Since then, came back to the room and have got on with a bit of work for a few hours and then realised that I actually couldn't survive with no lunch. So then nipped down to Tiger for a quick salmon fillet and rice and a protein shake as well, just to get some calories and some protein in. It's now 4:30 p.m. is when I had that meal. It's now like 4:50. I've just got back to the hotel. And a delightful penultimate dinner with Jack. Went over to Ali's barbecue. I had a big skewer of beef and Jack had too much meat to handle. That's the first time I've ever seen him not finish a meal, but he did get it in a takeaway and it's sitting in the fridge currently. Then we went over to Apollo Gym. There's fights, I think, pretty much every night over there. Unfortunately, we were hoping it was Muay Thai, but it was just boxing. A couple of good bouts, like they said pro fights, but very much amateur fights, but good to watch some people in action, and you can, you know, feel that energy when someone's about to get their head smacked in. I'm knackered now after 2 flat out weeks and pushing through today, but I'm glad that we got that video done to show you obviously where I'm at now compared to where I was 2 weeks ago, and a bit of an indication into what the future holds. Definitely once a week going to be smacking a bag around and picking up more Muay Thai in the future. Tomorrow we've got a very exciting day ahead because Jack and I decided to splurge out on our final Sunday. It's my final day in Thailand. We're going to get out and do an island tour on some jet skis, so that to look forward to. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's my 4th one, I think, in Thailand now, so go and check out the others if you've not seen them yet. Otherwise, I'll see you on tomorrow's adventure. Have a very good day, whatever you're up to.
Oh, you want me to say that?
You have to.
Oh, I have to. Like and subscribe.
No, say it with conviction and look at
Please like and subscribe. Adam Radcliffe at YouTube,
.com.
Instagram, Facebook.